Hey YouTubers, this is the review for UFC 140. I know it's a couple of days past the event. I normally do it right after, but I was stuck at a friend's house and didn't have a chance to right then jump at making a video. So let me first start off by saying this was a great card. I really enjoyed the card. It had a lot of exciting knockouts, submissions. Someone breaking someone's arm. It had a lot of good stuff in it. So let's first start off with Mark Hominick versus Chang Jung. Well, in this match, I really thought that Mark Hominick would use his speed and power to really kind of control the fight. But that didn't happen. He just got caught with Jung's, right hand in 7 seconds in the first round. Didn't even get a chance to do anything, just caught it. And that was the end of the match in the first round, 7 seconds. So there's not really much to explain there. I know it's a bad loss for Mark Hominick, and especially in his hometown. So, he'll rebound. So then we have Claude Patrick versus Brian Orbis. Now, once again, I thought this was a very hard match to call. Both of these guys, are great fighters. Brian Orbis being the one that has the most experience. Patrick really took this on a short notice, but he knew this could be a real come up if he could win this fight. And I still say it was a come up for him because a lot of people didn't know who he was, and he went on the on the major stage here and showed that he could hang with Orbis. And in this fight, Orbis really just inched out the win. Patrick was doing catching him a lot with flush stuff. Orbis really just used his wrestling to control it, and we know how judges love the wrestling because it shows somewhat dominance, but it necessarily doesn't show give you the description of the whole match because he was getting caught with clean shots by Patrick from, the striking was definitely on Patrick's side. Orbis had the wrestling, which I guess that's what he wanted to do, and it did win him the fight. So Orbis wins by split decision. Then we have Tito Ortiz versus Big Nog, Little Nog. Sorry. So it was Tito Ortiz versus Little Nog. And this fight happened exactly what I thought was going to happen, and that is Tito Ortiz not being he seems like he's just not comfortable getting hit anymore. He gets hit and then goes into the fetal position, and he's always trying to get just that one hit to knock someone out, like he caught Ryan Bader. But not everyone is going to kind of stay in that wrestler stiff position like Brian Bader does. People, they sway and they parry and they do a lot of things. And that's pretty much what happened to Tito Ortiz. He pretty much, tried to throw some punches, and he, at a little point he did get some good punches in, but once Little Nog caught him with that knee to the body, and then just pounded his body in when he got to the ground. This guy Little Nog just laid punches and elbows just all into Tito's side. I don't know if he has a broken rib or not, but he was holding his side pretty heavily, and he just got pounded on the body in the first round. So he got TKO'd due to punches to the body in the first round, 3-15. It was a good match. Do I think this should be Tito's last match? I do. But he wants to go ahead and finish out his contract. He has one more fight left, and he wants to use that to finish out his career, win or lose. Do I think Dana is going to give that to him? More than likely he will, just as a respect thing and say, hey, this is your last match. The UFC pretty much controls the MMA market on a major stage, at least. So it would be kind of disrespectful for him to use that and then go to another promotion, which I don't think he's going to do. I think he's just done with fighting. So the next fight we have is Frank Mir versus Big Nog. This is a rubber match, I should say, or not a rubber match. This is a match. They're going at it again because Big Nog says that the last time that they fought, he was sick, so he wasn't at 100%, and he kind of underestimated Mir. With that being said, though, the match went the same way that I thought it was going to go when I did my predictions, and it went the same way it went the last time they fought, and that's with Big Nog losing. But this time, instead of getting knocked out, he got submission. He got a Kimura on him, and the way that the submission happened was just cool to watch, especially if you're into fighting and if you do BJJ or any type of ground fighting. To see these guys transition from a side position to sinking in the Kimura to rolling, and then Mir rolling him back over. And, I know Big Nog felt the pressure of the Kimura, and why he didn't tap is beyond me. I guess he said, I'm not going to tap, and what happens when you don't tap is your arm gets broken, and that's what happened. His arm was broken. If you haven't seen the pictures, you should just Google them, and you can see the picture. There are tons of websites that have the pictures where you see Big Nog really, his shoulder is just like, his arm is just popped completely out. You can definitely tell that it's broken. If you've seen the match, you saw it snap. And, nobody doesn't like, I'm pretty sure Mir was happy he won, but he didn't want to break his arm. No one does. And I know definitely Big Nog is sorry that he didn't tap, because it's just stupid not to tap. Now look how long he's going to have to stay out of fighting since his arm is broken. A good 6 months he's going to be out, if not longer. So, Big Nog loses due to submission in the first round, Kimura, 338. Okay, so now we have the main event, which is Jon Jones versus Machida. This match was quite interesting because everybody was wondering what would Machida do and what would Jon Jones do with, Machida's defensive fighting style, his counter-punching style. And it was interesting. For the first round, you saw Jon Jones really trying to, get his range. And he was falling into Machida's palm, his hand. He was falling into that throw a punch and getting countered. And that's what happened. He got countered. He got hit with a couple of flush hits that looked like it rocked Jon Jones. Jon Jones recovered, held his composure, and then the second round came to where Jon Jones caught Machida. Machida threw back, but I think he slipped and fell forward. I don't know if he got hit on his way in or not, but he fell forward. Jon Jones, hovered on top of him, throwing multiple punches. They stood back up, but as he was coming up, he caught him with the standing guillotine. It's a modified guillotine where you basically suck it under, and then you basically turn up. You turn up like this, and you kind of push your knuckle into the throat. And that McKenzie guy uses it all the time. It's his special guillotine he uses, and it's quite effective. And Machida didn't tap either. He didn't tap either, but he did go to sleep. And when he went to sleep, just watching that fight at the end and how he just got choked out, you saw his arm just go lifeless, and then Jon Jones just dropped him and then walked off. I understand this is a fighting sport, but I looked at it at the post fight interviews that were done with Jon Jones, and Jon Jones said he knew he was out. He knew he was out cold, 100%. But he still dropped him like that. And to drop somebody like that with their family and friends there, and not only that, just safety-wise, you know, you drop somebody that they already knocked out, and you drop them on their head, they can get a concussion. You just don't know what could happen. He could fall on his neck. He just dropped him like a sack of potatoes, you know. And then I watched the interview where he had to be told to go see how Machida was doing. By Jackson. Jackson said, hey, go, Jon Jones, go see how he's doing, you know, gain some fans, you know, go see how he's doing. Then Jones goes over there and sees how he's doing and then walks away. But he dropped the man like a sack of potatoes. You know, it's entertaining, you know, and you really are kind of seeing what Rashad says about the cockiness of Jon Jones. Yes, he is an excellent fighter, but yes, he does have a lot to learn outside the ring and you know, some etiquette wise. But do I hold that against him? You know, it is a fighting game and guys will do whatever they want, so it is what it is. So anyway, guys, Jon Jones wins this one by guillotine choke, 426 in the second round. So this is my review of UFC 140. If you guys liked it, please comment, subscribe, and rate as normal. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.